Hey everybody, and welcome back to another video on the channel after a very long overdue hiatus. Today we're going to be talking about something different. It's going to be kind of like a guide, tips and tricks video, which is kind of something new to me that I've not done before. And we're going to do it in a whole different new format. We're going to be going over Plague Diamond Weapon class in Call of Duty Cold War, the first of, well, the 8 classes that exist. We're talking about this one first because I feel like this one's going to be some of the harder ones to get. Maybe I'll go kind of hardest to least hardest. But we're going to go over the rocket launchers today. That include the China Lake and the special weapon class as well. So if this is some kind of content that you do enjoy and you want to see more of, feel free to let me know. I'm more open to doing stuff like this because I want to find more ways to get out of my comfort zone with making content. Maybe it'll let me kind of stay in more of a constant stream of said content and move forward with the channel and maybe make something you guys enjoy to watch. So without further ado, again, we are talking today about the launchers. So that is the RPG, the Sigma, and the China Lake, or they call it the M79, the Thumper. So many names for it. You know what it is at this point. We're going to be going over those 3 weapons, kind of some of the things that I found helped me out the best just from my own experience, and maybe go over a little bit of what a typical game would look like for doing this. But before we do that, we're actually going to go over the camo challenges themselves, just because a lot of them are self-explanatory, but some of them you might look at and be like, what is that even, what? So just kind of start off, and again, those 3 weapons all have the same camo challenges. So we'll start off with the first category, and these do go in order from top to bottom. We have the grunge camo. That one requires you to get a total of 1,500 kills, which honestly, again, pretty self-explanatory, not too difficult to fathom or unravel. The next one is the liquid camo category, which is 2 rapid kills 50 times, which I'll kind of go over that more in like the tip section of the best ways to rack up these kills, these rapid kills, stuff like that. The next categories are brushstroke, which means 5 or more kills with 1 shot 50 times. Depending on how you set up, in the early rounds, this can kind of go a long way into getting this challenge done really quick. We'll go over that again in the tips, more of the tips category. The one after that, we have the vintage camo section, which is just 1,500 pack-a-punch kills. The rocket launchers pack-a-punched are actually really good. I wish I could say that I was kidding, but I would recommend them if you want to like just pump out some stupid damage and like kill hordes stupid fast. So we have that. The fauna camo is 10 elite kills, which is actually a lot nicer than some of the other ones where they require you to get like 15. So the 10 elite, and just to clarify, they want you to get the Megaton killed, right? But you have to knock him down into his second phase and kill both of the Megaton bombers with said weapon for it to count, which is, take it how you will. It's just kind of what they did, and there's nothing really much we can do to change that at this point. Then we have our topography camo, 10 rapid kills 10 times. Kind of speaks for itself again. Pretty easy to do once you get your round set up. And finally, the infection camo, that is 20 consecutive kills without getting hit 10 times. So 20 consecutive being you don't have to get them rapidly like the topography set. You just need to get 20 kills total without getting hit. And with the rocket launcher, that can be a real pain. So to kind of start into the tips and tricks section, we'll start with tips for the camos. Specifically, since we're already talking about it, the infection camo tree, what I would recommend for that one is, your typical trains. If you know how to train, then you're already in a good place. So to really make use of this, I would definitely make sure you get all of them grouped up before you even try to kill anyone. So once you get your train built up in that aspect, a recommendation of mine would be to use decoy grenades or stuns or something that can stop them in their tracks, and then just lay into them. Honestly, once you get into the higher rounds in the high 10s to 20s to early 30s, you'll get enough in one train to where you'll be able to get the 20 in one. So that's the real good news about that one. The fauna camo, I think we already just went over that one. Actually, we did not. We talked about what you had to do for it. This one is kind of the same. We'll talk about that when we go into kind of the loadout, which actually I guess I'll go into that next. In order to maximize your XP, because obviously to get your camo challenges, you have to level up the gun, and leveling up the launchers and zombies can look very intimidating, and in a way it is. So obviously a recommendation I could always say is if you're going to hold off on doing this until double XP, that's great. You're going to knock it out really quick leveling wise. Otherwise, I would spawn in with it. Now that sounds really stupid, but in order to make the most of the weapon, you're going to want to use it start to finish all the way through. Even, round one, you want to try to get them all grouped up as much as possible and just kind of let into them. It kind of makes it a lot slower. You're not going to be optimizing points in any way, shape, or form doing this, but you're going to be getting these kills. You're going to be getting that XP. You're going to be getting these camo challenges done just a little bit faster than you would trying to get it out of like the box or trying to do the coffin dance Easter egg. That's another thing. We'll go right into that point. I would definitely do the coffin dance Easter egg every time. No matter what, even if you got to buy the weapon off the wall, like in some gameplay you'll see that I have here, I bought the 1911 off the wall and didn't use it for anything other than to shoot the orbs and get into the coffin dance Easter egg. So even if you got to do that, or maybe you'll get a weapon out of the crystals in the dark ether, that's awesome. Use that to your advantage. Another thing we'll talk about, kind of going into the best way, even like early game, you're not going to be one-shotting all the time. There's going to be a point where you're going to get a group of zombies together, you're going to throw a rocket in there, and they're just going to get knocked over and act like nothing happened. My field upgrade recommendation for you is 100% Ring of Fire. If you are comfortable enough to run in there and just stomp on them, I would 100% recommend Ring of Fire. You're going to be... and especially having it upgraded all the way, which is going to allow you to hit from reserves. You're going to block projectiles from the megatons. You're just going to wreak havoc, and that is the 100% the best way to knock these guys off the planet, is sit in your Ring of Fire, knock them all down, get that megaton out of the way, and just destroy him. I mean, that is 100% going to be the best way to go about that. And all these go for, like I said, the launchers category and the special, which is going to be considered the M79. However, to get that one Plague Diamond, you'll have to get the knife gold, which the knife kind of is actually kind of easier, in my honest opinion, than doing the launchers. I had more fun playing with the knife than I could say that I did with the launchers, at least, and I could say that I had more fun with the launchers than anything else so far. Basically, the snipers, and we'll get to that one, and it's going to be a pain to discuss because it took me for... And actually, I haven't even got the snipers done as of this recording. I'm so close. I have one more, and hopefully I'll be able to make that video soon enough then. So we discussed kind of the leading up to it. I'm trying to think of any other suggestions that your training spot that could actually affect how well you play or not. This is totally up to your preference because, like I said, training was going to be a good part of how you do this. Your training, I would 100% recommend between the starting room, which is where a lot of people do it. You'll see a lot of streamers, YouTubers, they will train in that starting room. I've been leaning more towards the airplane area for some reason. You'll kind of see that I train right in front of that bunker entrance hole, and when I want to hit these megatons or kind of just kill these zombies, I'll kind of lead them up to where that airplane separates, where that mystery box is, and I'll just lay into them, which, that's all in all, it's up to your preference at the end of the day. If you feel safer in the starting room, I would 100% recommend that. If you feel like you want to try something different, I just wouldn't go to the pond. A pond is just, you're going to be weaving in and out of those rocks, and it's so easy to get cornered, and you don't want to do that. But all in all, I think that kind of sums up everything for this video. The Plague Diamond rocket launchers, I would say on a scale of 1 to 10 to difficulty, I would say there may be a 4 or a 3. They're really not even that hard. It all depends on your skill level, though. If you're proficient enough with weapons such as that, you go in there and knock it out. It ain't nothing. You ain't even gonna sweat it. But yeah, I would say that that's gonna sum it up for this. So if you guys have any tips or tricks for anyone looking into it, leave them down in the comments below. Let me know if there's anything you think maybe I could have done different for this video. Right now I'm actually kind of enjoying just the idea of kind of getting back in the rhythm and maybe staying with it. Maybe we'll record just a few more of these and kind of post them all up, get you guys' opinions. And yeah, if you do enjoy, feel free to leave a like and sub for more content, and just let me know, because the more you guys are into it, the more I can get into it, and that's in the end, that's really what matters for me. So yeah, thanks again for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.